Very important question. I think many of us have asked ourselves as pet owners, what happens when we leave our four-legged best friends behind when we go off to work, school, or maybe on the more extreme end, off on holidays? Separation anxiety in pets is real, and fortunately for some, it can go way beyond a simple moan or a whimper when we leave the house, and they experience it at a very severe end of that scale. I've experienced it with my two Dachshunds. We've got Marika Ackhurst on hand. Welcome, first of all.
Thank you for having me, Graham.
It makes me nervous because I've gone through this cycle with my own pets. It's a very deep, complex, emotional thing, and you kind of might want to just say they're dogs, they should just be able to just be, but it's not the case.
No, certainly not. The most important thing to do is to start separating what is separation anxiety and what's normal canine behavior. And it's pretty much like us humans. We have to remember there's processes in the brain going on. It's not just a behavior, it's an actual disorder, disease that can be treated. And things that you need to look out for is anxious behavior like panting and pacing, excessive drooling, excessive destructive behavior, urination or defecation in inappropriate places. Start understanding when they get stressed. So if they're already stressed when you get your keys in your hand back, start associating that with positive behaviors. And interestingly enough, Graham, those are the main reasons people want to rehome their pets or give them up for adoption, because they can't cope with those things.
Where do we begin to decrease the anxiety? Because it's heartbreaking.
I think the first thing that is important is that you seek help. Usually work with a veterinary behaviorist, or then an animal behaviorist that works closely with the vet. So you have to start managing the whole process holistically. And on the nutritional side, prescription diet, ID stress is a very helpful tool, especially in small dogs, to manage stress. Or you can use things like dog appeasing pheromone, which calms them down, or the thunder shirt, for example. Important to start using tools like crating. We always think of a crate as you put locking a dog away, but they actually see that as their safe space, and they can relax and be calm in there. Obviously, you're not going to shut your dog away for hours, but you're going to get them used to it and associate it with positive things. So you have to approach the whole thing from different angles and treat it from a holistic point of view.
I'm assuming, judging by my Dachshund's behaviour, that some dogs are more prone to it than others.
Yes, I think as owners sometimes we feel that we've done something wrong. It's not always preventable. So there is some history or some genetic factors to this.
Just like humans, yeah.
Exactly. We're prone to some things and need to take some medication. But so you don't feel like you've done something wrong, but you can address it, and you can start changing their behavior and making it easier for them to cope. It's the same kind of process we would follow as humans.
What do you tell yourself when you feel the anxiety creeping in? Because you are giving that energy out very much, often what they're feeding off. Should we as humans approach the problem?
I think that's quite important, because when we start getting anxious, it might rub off. So the most important thing is teaching them skills to cope. So start with being not clingy and being able to be separate from you. So you start that with a solid sit stay, and increasing time, and then increasing the distance, and then that they don't see you all the time. So those kind of things can help. Giving them brain stimulation, toys and food puzzles and those kind of things.
A boredom buster goes a long way.
Absolutely.
It really does.
They have to use their brains, and appropriate exercise as well. I mean, for us, it's the same thing. Exercise helps release those feel-good hormones, and the same for them.
I love that. Start with the diet, look at possible medication, but I think just to educate yourself and understand what's actually going on, because there are amazing resources at our disposal. We often just think, oh, it's a dog, they must just get over it, but these poor things, shame. Marika, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
I feel a lot calm. I feel like I can handle the situation a little bit better now. Just a little time and patience is key here. We can fortunately help all of our pets with separation anxiety, and remember that you can always consult with your vet for advice on medication or possible change in food. They could put you onto the right specialist as well. There are answers, so don't get too stressed out.
Science is at the heart of biology-based nutrition. The secret to lifelong health? It all starts with science.